Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Anna and today I want to show you some changes on the beta for the next Age of War. Enemies have received substantial changes to damage and HP, so I thought we'd visit our old friend, the Arena Champion, and see how she's doing. So here we are at the Warmaker dungeon. As you'll see, she's received a large nerf to her health. She's at 2,625 health, and on the live version of the game she has 5,250. A huge nerf to her health. I'm going to test out this dagger build, and this test will be naked. I'll show you the build and why we're naked once she's dead. I'm using my trusty venom-infused daggers. If you're a regular viewer, you know I like to use every time I do a playthrough, and I'll show you how to get those later. You could use any agility weapon for this. You could even, instead of using agility, you could do strength if you wanted to. But agility gives us a better movement, we're more nimble. And normally when I fight bosses with daggers, I don't put any points in agility because I enjoy the challenge of it probably. But I thought I would show you the most damage we could possibly do with this build. I generally will spec for strength, and then I will use, daggers just for certain bosses and things like that. But it's kind of fun just to destroy her, especially because I have the bit of comfort knowing she can only do like a quarter of my health in one hit. The most important part of this build is grit. You want to max out your grit until you get steel food, because this means the Arena Champion can take a maximum of 25% of your health in one hit, instead of two-tapping you even in epic heavy armour. This perk negates the need for armour at all when fighting enemies that will do single hits of very high damage, but you need to be able to fight your way in here, survive skeletons and mini-bosses, or run past them if you've been here and have keys already. So I don't recommend heading to the dungeon for the first time without any clothes on. I've opted for faster stamina regeneration because dodging is very important with this playstyle. We have up to the first perk in expertise, so we can bring armour, weapons, heals, etc. And there's no point in having a build that is only useful for one fight. So we have the first perk in authority, so we can knock out thralls without accidentally killing them. We have the first two perks in vitality, so we can tank a little bit of damage. And if she does manage to get her health down below 50%, we'll receive a small resurgence without needing to drink a potion, which can make all the difference between life and death with her. Because we have the huge debuff from the bleed and poison, we haven't got any potions to buff agility or food to buff agility. We already do a huge amount of damage. The bleed and poison do a lot of the work for us. So here we are back in the Warmaker. This is on the live version of the game. So this is the version that's playable on the live service, not on the beta. And you can see she's got 5,250 health. So she's been nerfed a lot. A lot of bosses have had their health nerfed. And they do a lot more damage, so you want to be thinking about maybe adding a little bit more to vitality if you only ever have one perk. Maybe go or max out your vitality, go for glutton for punishment. I did try that. I think for me the food option, food perk in grit, seems to have the most impact. The Red Mother would basically take two hits to kill me. When I tried to solo her earlier on the beta, so bear that in mind. You might need to adjust your build slightly. You'll do more damage as well. You can solo bosses yourself a lot more now. It's really fun. I really like it. Obviously stamina has been adjusted, but in this build we haven't had any problem with stamina. Obviously we've maxed out our stamina or grit. We're not wearing any armour, so we're not affected by weight, that kind of thing. And do bear in mind, this is subject to change. The beta stats and information is a work in progress for them. Yeah, so I'm getting my attention to go in, and I'm getting a bit lazy, and she's hitting me a couple of times. But I got my potions. You see, I am very prepared. I have so many stacks of potion for this woman. I have, on my live stream, fought her a few times and run out of potions in my hotbar, and yeah, had my bow in my hand and been shooting the floor and trying to walk through the puffs of heals, and that's how she's killed me before. So this is just me being extra, but it's a lot of fun. If you roll at exactly the right time, you'll get extra armor pen, that rolling thrust. So it's kind of fun to time it, really. If you do one roll and then maybe a little bit of a step back, you can get just enough distance to avoid her hits, and then you can hit her again before your rolling thrust is over. Just about.
You picked the wrong
There we
fight.
go. Dead arena champion. Nice. So, if you don't know where to get the venom-infused daggers, you learn them from the Library of Esoteric Artifacts in the Unnamed City, from where you learn how to make a map room, where the archivist is. Here we go, the archives. You need to kill bosses in the Unnamed City, or the Wine Cellar dungeon, and the bosses will drop fragments of power. They bring you fragments of power here to the library. Just ignore this guy. But he will teach you. He'll teach you the map room. He'll also teach you memory of oils for Oils of Bounty. So you come over to this wall of scrolls and you click on it with fragments of power in your inventory. And every time you click, you will learn a new recipe. Although you can get duplicates, which is kind of annoying. And you can see, there we go. I learned them pretty quickly. I brought 100, I spawned in 100 fragments of power. I didn't kill 100 bosses for this video. But yeah, you can see those are some of the other things you can learn. Lots of things, some decorative, quite nice decorative stuff. Weapons, placeables, that kind of thing. And then all you need to do is find the scroll in your inventory and right click on it to learn the recipe. Once you've done that, if you want to find out which recipes you've learnt from the Library of Esoteric Artifacts, go to your Survival tab and look for the Library of Esoteric Artifacts right at the bottom. All the recipes you've learnt will be listed there. Next we're going to go to Sandswept Ruins, because we need some ingredients to craft the daggers. Here we are, we've just arrived. We need to kill these Sandbeast dogs, Sandbeasts. This is on the beta. You see their health is 685. They've actually been nerfed as well. They have a lot more health on the live version of the game. You can harvest them with a cleaver. It doesn't matter which cleaver you use. You'll always just get one Sandbeast bile gland. And then you bring them to your blacksmith bench. Bring the ingredients. Search for venom-infused daggers. There you go. And it's 15 star metal bars, a weapon handle, and one Sandbeast bile gland on the beta. But this recipe has changed. I will show you the live version of the game recipe. They have made changes to repair kits. Legendary weapons are no longer repairable at all currently. And I tried to repair the venom-infused daggers, which are classed as epic now, even though we crafted them, and we couldn't repair them with a repair kit. This is one of the beasts on the live version of the game. You can see they have 2,540 health. Much more tanky. Enemies will have much less health in the Age of War. I'll show you the recipe on the live version of the game. It's the same 15 bars of star metal and a Sandbeast bile gland, and no fragment of power required anymore, so their cost has gone down. Thanks very much for watching.